Speakers of Eidolon is made possible by our generous patrons. Special thanks to our Supreme and Master Speakers, Omega Cat Comet, Erisu Yamakawa, Alex Ranko AV, Winebow Brood, Aurora White, Psyche, Azuta Starbreeze, Cletus Oreo, Lily Black, Bob Cece, Mictor Rabentau, Anathus Moonscar, Pamela Isley, Elenriel Maximus, Kodrith Novelist, Mira, Celestio Notrell, Lazy Boy, Luke Osborne, Tex, Kai Lin, Arthur Law, Viridan Derard, Cypup, Spencer Christmas, Celine DeLune, Edwin, Webster Wolf, Severa, Circa Barakil, Kazran, Ventos Tia, Ryark Forbear, Late in the House, Tony, Arcadia Lunashine, Framboise Zakharo, Bergie, Fudge, Cephil, Cafe, Gregorium Cartus, Eros, Uana Nitsa, Tyler Curlyfries, Chibi Duo, Jace Hadama, Rurik X3, Rivicus, and Nightwing's Butt. Get early access to audio and video versions of the show, including the post-show, by supporting us at patreon.com/speakersxiv. Thank you. Good evening, Eorzeans. Welcome to Speakers of Eidolon, episode 486. I'm Lukeil Braveston, and I'm joined today by Georgi Wiston, Mela Vanadar, and Rollo Des.
Hello.
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 It is January the 10th, 2026, and this episode we will be focusing primarily on MogMail. We have a lot of MogMail that we need to get through, and we are going to get through it today. We also have some other stuff. It's a potpourri of...
Do people say that?
No, I just like the word potpourri. I needed an excuse to say potpourri.
Okay.
A potpourri of news from the past
It's a
week.
bowl of dry, smelly flowers.
Yeah. Can you not use potpourri as like a way to say like...
You can.
yeah, like a,
Sure,
a
yeah.
medley
It's a-
of things. It's a
It's
medley.
generally a category on Jeopardy when they have a category that is just like random questions.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
Or
go.
maybe a smorgasbord.
Oh, yeah.
Smorgasbord is better
Smorgasbord.
because
Yeah.
I don't feel like potpourri actually has variety to it. It's just stinks
Really?
of old woman's perfume.
Because you only think about the actual potpourri, but like
Absolutely, yeah.
I think it is also a term
think-
for things, like a
Yeah,
selection
I was
of
going to
things.
say, I think the term potpourri to mean a variety of things precedes the word referring
very
to a
possible.
bowl of stinky old flowers.
What a classic speakers discussion to have.
We are just old men. We're just the oldest fucking men you've ever seen in your life doing a podcast.
Here you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Originally, it's from the early 17th century from French, and it refers to a stew made of different kinds of meat.
Stew.
Oh my goodness! So it was a delicious meaty stew before it became a pot of old women's
Goodness.
flowers.
Well,
Really?
If you translate it directly from French, it means rotten pot.
Oh,
Okay.
they're so elegant. All right. Well, that should get you in the mood for a Speakers of Eidolon episode. Let's jump into recent events. Recent events.
I think when you said it a second time, it really covered the fact that it didn't happen
Yeah, I think
immediately.
they didn't notice it, I think. Right, we start with a new free login campaign.
Ooh.
Just as 11's ends.
Yes, just as 11
No,
sound.
we missed 11.
We did. You can now
I
play...
wasn't up for it.
I decided to not acknowledge it. So,
You guys just blew this man when you play 11.
yeah.
I see the stream sometimes like you guys are just
Well,
like
then-
this is like elder abuse. I think I should like report.
No, I think it's because Mailer and I enjoy it more than he does.
Yeah.
So they
Luke
do
Hill doesn't
they
really
do
enjoy
shit like
level up
that.
reading.
They do shit like that to me, and then I just like, okay, why are we doing
You
this?
just have to sit there and take it.
Yeah, I'll just take it, I guess. Okay, so if you can play free for up to 4 days, this is the same campaign that you're used to. You remember the clock starts ticking the moment you log in. This is not 4 days, of a set date. This is 4 days from the moment you start logging in, 96 hours. I don't know what else to say about that. It is what it is. It's a campaign.
Tell your friends.
Tell your
Maybe
friends.
maybe they'll meet up in your FC house and you guys can AFK in there together.
Yes.
Oh, 96 hours of AFK.
Yes. There's a new glamour. I mean, the glamour update is pretty big. A lot of people are coming back for that. So maybe this is a way
And a
to...
strategy board.
And the strategy board, I mean, I was going to give you the dead eye stare, but I mean, unironically, it has been pretty funny.
People are enjoying it quite a lot. Yeah.
It's not really being used for what it's supposed to be used for. I feel like it's it's used for everything else.
It is maybe too versatile, Yoshi-P. Maybe done a little bit too much.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to see strategy board Yowie. That's crazy.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I like the memes.
I don't think I need to see all this art when I'm trying to do a fucking farm party for maps.
You don't have to accept seeing other people's
I'm
strategy
not gonna
boards.
accept the maps shared with me. I'm not fucking rude, okay?
Yeah, because
You're
it'll
that
be
prawn that's asking for someone to pass the yowie.
but like if it'll have the little button pop up and like you're like, no, I'm not gonna look, it's just gonna be something silly, but it'll be there and you'll be like, oh.
And then people talk about it.
Yeah,
too.
then they're like,
and they're like,
You know
oh,
what?
LOL, LMAO, Rafflecopter, and you're like, wow.
Rafflecopter.
Yeah, everyone says that nowadays. Isn't that the cool? That's the
do.
cool
I
thing
think
that
we
everyone
should
says.
bring it back.
Rafflecopter.
Soy.
Yeah. So you have to click
But
it.
if the possibility of the strategy board is not enough to entice you to come back for 96 hours, don't worry, the game is actually supposed to be good now.
That's true.
Maybe now's the time to return.
That is the command that has been issued by whoever's in charge.
The Zeitgeist.
The Zeitgeist has decided 14 is good now, actually. So yeah, come back. It's not woke anymore. Is that what they're saying now? Is that I don't know what I don't know what it is that they're saying.
I don't know what they say.
I don't know. So yeah, come back. Okay, moving on to we're gonna talk about this for a little bit.
No, man.
No, man, and there is a reason for that. I'm pretty sure. This new item, the Garnet's attire from
brings
Final
back
Fantasy
those
IX.
memories of Final Fantasy IX.
Now, okay, so it's nice to have Garnet's outfit in 14, sure, but if you've seen this on anything but like, if you've seen this on a male character, you'll understand why this is, and in any other like it. Why is it latex? I get like.
To be honest, I actually think it looks best on Lalafell because it looks the most deformed. I think it looks too. I think it's not designed for things with like human anatomy.
True.
Yeah.
Garnet in Final Fantasy IX, the whole art style of 9 was kind of chibi-ish, and it suited her well. Seeing this on real people is uncanny, even if the outfit is quite accurate.
Yeah.
It just looks wrong.
Yeah.
There's a thing when you're like, they're adapting or not porting, but like reinterpreting a character or model, an outfit from like a PS1 era game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there wasn't a lot of detail, so there's like, I guess they just do it like straight up, like what they see is what they get.
Yeah. And
so now, women, I guess everybody is vacuum sealed into that outfit, and it is smooth.
On the CG cutscenes from the game, it looked like it was made out of, at best, boiled leather, but mostly rubber. And so it does fit the vibes.
Like,
it's unfortunate.
If there ever was like suppose it was the 9 remake or whatever, 9 remake, I don't think that outfit's gonna look like this. On screen.
I think it could look like this if they keep the art style of the original, but just update it graphically. But if they are to change the art style, I think they will also change what they're wearing, at least slightly, like they did with Tifa.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like it would be. The outfit wouldn't just be this. That you wouldn't.
This is like when Netflix does like a real life adaptation of an anime, and it just looks too weird looking.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when men have it on, it's like that one GIF where it's like, oh, hey.
Yeah. Yes, it is actually literally that.
You had the exact same thought that I did, Rollo.
Yeah, it is that because it gives men a bulge. I mean, it looks like fetish gear. Someone had this on.
But it takes away their ass.
Yes, it does take your ass away. It gives you the impression of ass when you look at like straight on from the back, but then you look to the side and it's just like it's an optical illusion.
An illusion.
Well, that's just like how like chests work in like male chests work in Final Fantasy XI. Like straight on, it's an illusion of like pecs.
Yeah.
But from the side, they're just flat as a board.
Flat. Yeah, they're just shaded
Only
it very well.
2B has managed to resculpt our asses.
That's true. That's true. Someone had one of these outfits on in black, and then I tried it on my character, and in black, that is just, it's the fetish gear. Yeah. I mean, that is what it is.
I think it only looks good in black.
Man,
Yeah.
I think the gear's too the fact so it's a one piece for the chest and legs and arms and everything. It's a one piece gear, and so it doesn't look very. It's too much. It's a huge it's just a huge block of orange. Or whatever color you pick. So black looks best in this gear for sure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't personally look.
How would you even put this on? Like it's all one piece.
Yeah.
With
well, no, because you
lube.
that's why that's strung together underneath the breasts, Rollo.
Yeah.
You step into it, and then you have like 5 layers of knotting you need to tie up.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like
you'd need help. I think
it's so tight around the skin, like it's like vacuum sealed coochie.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening?
It's just latex.
Yeah.
God.
Have you not ever seen someone wear latex in real life?
Well, usually,
no, I don't think so.
I know. I've only seen it from like memes and stuff. But I think because remember the Georgi likes to sleep in the cube. That's the meme I think about when I think about this kind of.
Well, that's vacuum sealed.
That's vacuum sealed, but
they use lubrication to get in.
Yeah, exactly. Vacuum sealing, they actively suck the air out after you're in it.
Yeah.
I don't think that happens every time these people put this out.
No, I think they need
they
help.
They get a vacuum to pull the air out of it.
I think they'd need help to get this on, though. Like, someone needs to, like, help them pull it, slightly up.
No, if you're wearing a latex outfit in real life, no, you just need lube.
Yeah, you just lube it up.
All right. Mela, this is what I was talking about earlier before stream when Georgi just says stuff like that. I'm like, I see.
You should know how to get.
I see.
You've watched
yes.
Friends where he tries to get into the leather trousers.
No.
Also,
you know how it works.
You're saying this about me. Mela said it first, and I was repeating what he said.
Oh, I see. But you say it with such authority. So
I say a lot of things with authority, but that doesn't mean that I know much about them.
That's true. That's true.
Don't tell everyone your secret.
Anyway, buy it if you want. €9.
I don't recommend this one. If it was a full, if it was 2 pieces for the top and bottom, I can see how you can make some of it work, but.
Yeah.
Remember when this shit was like Veterans Rewards, though?
Yeah.
I missed the Veterans Reward system. And then they made Jonathas with the scrolls that do nothing, and they add one thing every 2 expansions. Wow.
Yeah. So there you go. Get this if you want. It's on the store, like I said, for €9. That is $12 US. So go get them. Okay. On to something else. Savage was released on Tuesday, and world first has been achieved. Congratulations to Lucrezia for downing it first. Do you want to talk about? So there's a couple of things we need to talk about. Let's talk about has everyone seen Phase 2 of Savage? Do we know what it looks like?
I've seen the transformation, but I didn't watch the rest of the fight.
Okay, yeah.
No. The main thing you need to know is what it looks like.
Yeah. Thoughts on the second face? The appearance? Because I know...
It's really boring looking.
Yeah.
Just a dude.
Still, I did have that little bit of thought maybe there was something... they hid something better. And put on the Savage would have sucked, but no, it still kind of just sucked.
Yeah,
this is weird because in a normal Savage, the Lindworm you see there would have been the second phase, and how cool it is compared to the normal boss. Yeah, it was done the wrong way almost.
No, sometimes they go from big thing to just person, like they did with Eden 12.
That's true.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, and that's in this case. Not as spectacular as it was in Eden, I think. This was just...
I think it's a It's not a very cool looking boss, but the actual fights are very cool.
No.
Yes.
Chad is correct that raiders do like that it's not all wall boss, because when there's actual positioning involved, it becomes more exciting and interesting to complete the dance.
Isn't the model to just Shiva again, like Reen Shiva from?
Oh, is it?
It does look like it to me.
Okay.
But I haven't looked at its animation set, so I don't know.
It does have like the spiral round, but it looks like the Thancred boss for plus Pepsi Man kind of combined. But I think you might be right in terms of its actual skeleton.
The actual rigging, yeah.
Yeah.
A little boring. We were right about the music. It is the music that they tease for like a brief moment in the last cutscene for Arcadion.
Yes, yeah.
Which is good.
The transition's cool when you see the big exploded city in the background and everything. That's cool.
That's cool.
Yes, that explains one more thing that we saw in the trailer that we didn't actually know where that was from.
Yes.
So it's just the background for fun, I guess.
World second. Cool. So Lucrezia's JP, and
a lot of people have been saying that there's, it was not an even race because of obviously what's been going on in the North American node for the the internet routing. But second place was Banana Codex and their NA. Out of the top 10, there are about 7 NA teams who came in. So NA had a very strong car, and they also Banana were the first people who cleared Tyrant, and very easily could have won the race if they hadn't gone to sleepy sleeps.
Yes.
Remember, never sleep. 18 hours at the minimum for the first.
Yes.
Like first night,
Yeah. This leads us into this part, but the NA was struggling a lot during this race because there were several major DDoS attacks. There's a lot of clips of people progging and then suddenly just everything stops responding, which of course did limit a lot of NA teams.
It would have done for sure,
from progressing in this content. The first,
even if they continue, it does just kill the vibes that you have to log back in afterwards.
I think
I agree with that.
At the first disconnect, knowing that we've had DDoS problems, I think I would already just like resign. Like I would give up. Like
I
would
be upset.
Yes, but based on your rating with you, you don't have much of a resilience.
I do not have a lot of resilience. But you know that might happen again. And in fact, it did. Several, massive outages occurred, which made it impossible to even, in some cases, hard to log back in. You would just have to sit and wait. You know that the other teams are progressing, in other regions. It must be infuriating.
It's not cool.
No. And this occurred on January 6th. We are currently experiencing technical difficulties due to a DDoS attack. Players may experience the following issues. Disconnections from NA data center, difficulty logging in to NA data center, and difficulty accessing, sending, and receiving data from NA data centers. I saw a video. This was not of Savage, but this is from the Extreme Doom Train. Are you guys seen that one where they're in the phase where he does the ult to start the next phase? When you have to listen to the whistle and that part. And he does the thing where he comes down and he runs through the players to start the next phase. Yeah. And it starts disconnecting just as it's doing that part. And so it comes, it goes through them, and then you see the burning tracks, and then nothing happens. And the other train just keeps going in a circle around them, forever, with the ding, 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 ding sound. And then suddenly they're back on the platform. He's got arms, and he just throws them away. That's fantastic.
That's quite funny.
But yeah, so bad. And then on the 7th, they got another attack, which disconnected again a lot of people. Actually, twice during that day, they got the same attack again. No, 3 times. Three major DDoS events on January 7th. So, again... Shout out to World
I think you're
Second.
Confusing the recoveries with attacks, by the way.
There are some recoveries, yeah.
Sorry, the last one is recovery. Sorry, so three attacks.
And so is the second one. So there were 2 attacks.
Oh, sorry, two attacks. Sorry.
It's Jan 6 and Jan 7. So from what I've been reading about this, all of this is due to. It's nothing to do with Square Enix's specific servers. It's to do with an earlier node in the routing.
Oh.
Well,
there he
that's
goes.
quite auspicious.
That.
Yes, it is quite auspicious.
We're being DDoSed.
We're being DDoS, guys.
I'm being attacked.
During the times listed below, we are experiencing technical difficulties due to a DDoS attack.
So Square Enix has a contract.
There we go.
And so they have to have their servers in a certain location, and one of the routing nodes to that is heavily attacked constantly. Some areas in the United States route differently to the Square Enix servers, and so they don't have as many issues.
Yeah.
And also, if you use a VPN, you can route in a different through different nodes and get there, and you don't have as many issues.
Yeah.
So while obviously Square Enix is in many ways responsible for this, they're limited based on the contract they've signed for this. I assume they won't renew this contract, or at least I hope not.
Yeah.
Well, my
servers to the East Coast.
Yes.
One thing I heard, but I'm not 100% sure on, is that it's a contract with the same company for all of their regions, and the issue is that they're not having problems in every other region. So it might be complicated if they're comfortable with the servers they have elsewhere. They would maybe just have to put pressure on the company in regards to what's happening in America.
Yeah,
it's difficult. I mean, they have to sort it out, because obviously there's going to be a lot of loss of goodwill for American players. But
yeah, because like we
do probably multi-million-dollar contracts.
We get DDoS. We get DDoS in Europe as well, but not to the extent that NA has been getting it the last few months.
It's like constant in NA.
Yeah, so there's something going on there. Hopefully, I mean, they're going to have to fix this before the expansion, surely. So, but
probably
what can you do
until 2027?
Yeah, they could change. They yeah, I mean, they could, like Rollo said, just change, like just get the server somewhere else.
Servers, yeah. They need to find, or they reroute in a more awkward way. As long as you get there, it might be like a slightly high latency, but if there's no DDoS, people are happy.
Yeah. Why can't you like put it in like the middle of the US? Then surely that's fine. Says the European that knows nothing about.
I don't know where they are.
American infrastructure.
I also didn't think it was the servers. I thought it was the nodes that was the issue.
Yeah, it's a node on the way.
Yeah, it's a node on the way.
It
Just pick a different.
It's
It's place the servers in the middle, and then everyone can be miserable. Not just one
Yeah. I mean,
side.
in the middle is like not bad for anybody, by the way.
Right.
Middle of America, at least, and there's data centers definitely like in Texas, in like where else? Maybe Colorado has some.
Okay.
But yeah, there's definitely some there.
Surely,
that would be fine. For
surely
sides.
that would be almost the best place to put a data center for serving America, because then you have like it's just in the middle, right? My baby mind thinks that anyway.
You can say that, but it also depends on how reliable they are. Because remember when the data centers were in Canada?
Yeah.
That's Canada, though. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys. And run no servers.
Because in Europe, the servers are in Germany now, right? That makes sense in Europe. That's pretty central. Yeah. I mean, Poland probably would have been the best for Europe if we're going to be like geographically, not anything else.
Geographically,
Yes. I'm just thinking pure geography.
But it's but the thing is, it's not just geography. It's also server architecture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
these are established like routes.
And
most people use these nodes. And someone was saying in chat earlier, but I'm pretty sure it is true about Riot Games. They use this same node, and I think they had to. I don't know what they did. Did they build their own like server center just to avoid this node so that people could play?
Oh, this is like an infamous node. This is a notorious one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Notorious.
I didn't know.
We're on the doo-doo node. Damn.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, at that point,
Well, some of you are.
Well, yes, some of you. Okay, that's interesting.
Right, Riot does have their own. Yeah, so think how bad this node must be that Riot Games they just said, well, we're done
with this.
Our architecture to make our game work.
Yeah, I mean, that is a very expensive. You have to also remember that Square Enix did very recently invest a lot of money in upgrading this data center and moving,
That's
remember?
true.
So this is...
But they've saved a lot in QA costs, luckily. So.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Not yet. They haven't
well,
saved them yet.
Well, no. Remember, they did a lot of cuts, and that also affected most of the West.
Yeah,
though.
but that's like illusory money until you start to feel the effects.
Right.
of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
There are a lot less salaries going out every month, which is nice at least.
Right.
That's
true. Anyway, so I'm sorry, but it's up to Square Enix to figure out how to get out of this one. But
the DDoS will continue in the meantime.
Yes, it will.
The DDoSing will continue, but in terms of the actual Savage versions, I think they look really good. I really like the look of the second fight, the Extremes or whatever they were called.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Tyrant has jumped up in quality. Obviously, he would, it looks really fun. Arcadian has been very solid throughout.
Yeah, what a great series.
Yeah,
by far the most consistent raid series.
Absolutely.
Not accounting necessarily for story quality, but the story wasn't bad. It was just like it is what it is.
Yeah.
The story was fine.
It was low stakes.
It was low stakes.
It was.
It was kind of it was a little bit like the Paladin Gladiator arc,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was fine. It was cool.
Yes.
It's definitely the most I've cared for this many characters in a raid series though.
That's true.
Yeah.
They've all, some of them have actually kind of developed quite well, quite quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It's been good.
It's been fun. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. And also, I mean, it introduced the fun mechanic of having the announcer speak and do the stuff.
I enjoy
during
Metzen talking constantly.
It'll be
even
sad.
if his voice didn't match the character at all. I've loved it.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
that's the thing they like to do with Lalafels.
They do,
yeah.
Yeah, I thought his voice was fine. I thought
it was
matched
okay.
What he looked like.
Yeah, I think it's fine. All right. Well then, let's move on. There was a Korean live letter recently, and we have some bullet points that are worth bringing up here.
I wanted to try.
Yes.
I wanted a better summary of this, but I don't think anyone has done a more clear summary of it. So this is what we're going for.
Yeah.
This one by M Kirby 1998 from the subreddit.
Yes. Shout out.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So this is some stuff that got out of the live letter. A question asks if there can be armory chest storage added for relic weapon / tools. The player says they have to use a retainer's entire item storage for their finished relics. Yoshida says that rather than adding more storage for these, they are planning to add a system where you could possibly have a set exchange or the ability to reacquire finished relics. But why? Why can't we just have an armory? Why do I have to go to an NPC to reacquire one? Yeah,
where it's a big list of all of them, and then you tick them off as you've done them, and then you go to your massive gold jewel encrusted reliquary, and it's like, wow, look how all this cool shit.
But yeah, it is the stat customization. The armoire, I'm sorry, cannot store things that has unique things on it.
No.
That's why it resets everything when you put things in the armoire. And I know that the armoire is hard-coded, probably 1.0 nightmare shit, so I understand. That's out of the question. We'll never be able to put the relics in the armoire. I understand that. But we need something else. When you go to the... Because currently, if you lose your relic, accidentally discard it or whatever, you can go to the... NPC, the Calamity Salvager, and get it back. But
not necessarily.
Or a replica.
You have to generally go to the location where you obtain the relic in the first place, and someone will be able to provide you with a replica. I think what this is suggesting is that you'll be able to obtain the original, an item that has the original title rather than saying replica at the end.
Yes.
If you have the replica glamoured on, you look like an absolute loser.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why would you? That's like saying, "Oh, I threw away my relic." Well, who the hell would do that?
I'd do that.
Well, in some cases, Mela, you literally can never have that back because you upgrade the relic. That's why you have the replica ones, because they are the replica of what you had once.
But you should always have your final step relic, though.
That I agree.
Yeah, you should always be able to access
the amount
that.
of work you put in.
Yeah, to just throw it away to get a replica.
To throw it away.
Yeah.
Man, remember when you could turn in your relic to continue another relic?
Yeah,
Yes,
that was a
that
Realm
was
Reborn to
back in
Heavens only, I
Heavensward.
think.
Crazy.
Yes.
To skip
yes.
Never
getting the
did.
astral and umbral nodes,
Yeah.
or nodules,
Mhm.
whatever
I
they
did
were.
that.
It was worth it.
Yeah, it was. But
It probably was worth it. Luminous crystal farming was miserable, but
yeah.
It was. That's what filtered me out. I was like, oh, relics suck.
Yeah.
yeah, immediately.
Yeah.
Step one.
Well, no, I did attempt a Realm Reborn relics too, by the way, and I was like, oh, this sucks.
God.
But like, I think it was also more possible with the Realm Reborn relic because there was no like personal attachment to the item. Whereas I don't think I could have done it with the Heavensward one because they made it a living weapon.
Yeah.
That is true. But a Realm Reborn, and we always say this, but a Realm Reborn's still one of my favorites because they're actually like in-game relics.
There's
I
a
agree
lot
with
of
that,
more
but I just
story.
don't have
Yeah.
And they have individual
I just don't
stories,
have-
sort of, which is cool.
my character doesn't have the attachment, but I
Oh, yeah,
appreciate
true.
the lore of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor little Anima. You can't throw Anima away after we've made him come alive.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Yes. So we'll see what he's thinking here, but I know the relic is in a weird spot where I feel like he did say the ominous words a few months ago that they're sort of done doing the relic this way, that they're gonna I mean, Mela read into that as like that's the end of the relic, but I think it's just there's gonna be a new type of relic
my
system.
hopes and dreams for the relic now is that it's a sort of like a sort of gacha game style upgrade system where you have to just upgrade it like 50,000 times and it has like a 1% chance of actually upgrading.
No.
I think you got to struggle through it. It's got pity systems.
How dare you
there.
put this into the world?
Oh, yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? And it has a banner for getting upgrade materials for it.
No.
You
No.
have to throw down
Fuck it.
tombstones on banner pulls.
Add gacha pulls to 14 for relics.
No!
It'd be better than
What
whatever
the
the fuck
fuck?
relics end up being in this game.
It would be better, yeah.
I just they're so shit. I hate them in this game so much.
You cannot be so gotcha brain that you think that's a good idea.
I just want something different. They suck. They always suck.
I played
They were so
exactly.
good in the first two, and then they're just so boring afterwards.
I played exactly one gacha game, and I hated every aspect of the gacha part of the game.
Yeah.
So you're poisoning the relic to me.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to like become immune to it.
Yogi,
I don't want to become immune to it.
Yogi, don't worry. During the first 3 months of the relic, you'll be able to pull on the first upgrade material. But if you miss that banner, you'll have to wait until it comes around again. And you just can't upgrade your relic.
No.
Until then. It's absolutely fine.
That sounds horrible. Okay. Anyway, we'll see where this goes. I was gonna say maybe this is not at the top of his priorities. If secretly they're just planning to phase out the relic, it's like fuck it then. Well, why even work on this?
I don't want them to phase it out, but I do think they need to. I don't really know. It's such a tough one. We always talk about Reddit. It's so tough to please both the people who want a grind and then the losers who want to just do 500 tomes and get it for free.
Well, I mean, yeah, that I agree with. The people that want it for 500
I just want
times.
it tied to content, like
Yeah.
for real. That's
Yeah.
what I really want. Like I want the entire process to be the adventure for Zone or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause
I agree with that. Yeah.
That's an easy way for me to like, be able to do it and then enjoy doing it too.
It should be a
And they
reward.
always
wanna
make
just
it
do
separate,
dungeons,
which is
bro.
weird. Why can't it be like, oh, well done, you've completed Occult Crescent. During the whole quest line and adventuring, you were building the relic. Now you've got the relic. Why does it always have to be separate? Why does it have to be like
Yeah.
this whole other grind?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's weird. Okay, on a question about updates to character customization, Yoshida said to look forward to future announcements and that he believes they have a solid foundation from the updates made so far. There's a translator's note here. He's been mentioning this in almost every interview lately, so I wouldn't be at all surprised to hear more about this during the FanFest as an 8.0 feature.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's probably the third clan.
The new clan.
I guess, right?
I think there's a couple of things that he has alluded to. Didn't we also talk about like, well, there's gotten questions about the character creator several times, and I think everything seems to point towards like an overhaul of the character creator and just in general. The character creator
I think
is
they're going to pull back on the like option. I mean, I don't think we're ever going to get something with like proper sliders for facial features and stuff. Because I don't think the game can. I just don't think the game's made that way with NPCs and everything. But maybe unlocking some of the palettes to be a little bit.
It is
more.
interesting.
They do have some sliders because there is a height slider.
Yeah,
some things can
and I was
work,
gonna
but
say
faceplates and stuff have to be faceplates.
when I did research for back a long time ago, when I did like the first Fall and Rise stuff, I did a lot of research into the back end of 1.0 and A Realm Reborn, and it's built on the skeleton of 1.0, and it is mostly they have sliders for the character models that they can use, and I don't think it's impossible for them to just put those features into the character creator.
I'd be very impressed.
Yeah, I mean the gear system in 1.0 and A Realm Reborn is very interesting. They can put a glove on a hand, and if they have a shirt that's too big, like big and puffy, it'll slide under the glove. Like they can pull it on and it'll slide, like the cloth will move into the glove. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do. That's back end though. They just need to move all this stuff like the slider stuff to the front end, and that's all slider based when they work behind the scenes. So yeah, I think it's possible. I don't think that we're going to get sliders for everything because it's not that complex. I mean, this is still a limited.
I still
engine.
think in terms of like maybe there'll be like just a whole bunch of extra face features, maybe some sliders for face features, but the plates, because every NPC uses just the same combinations of face plates and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd just be surprised if we got too many. But it
is also the fact that
to be surprised.
The more sliders, and also when you pull the height slider, they're kind of being smart about it because you can see the height in numbers, and it is giving you the impression that you're just, it's so dynamic, I can slide up, but you are just moving between numbers on a list, so that the server can read, all of this has to be read by the server. So the more complex the sliders get, and sorry to be Yoshi-P, but the more data has to travel between clients. So.
Oh, here we go. No, Mr. No fun allowed. Just give me the BBL, bro. Put the BBL in the bag.
Yeah.
God damn.
Why can't you let me be a 6-foot Lalafell?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
And
full proportion, though.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. By the time 8.0 comes out, I'm expecting they're going to drop PS4 support potentially with 8.0, seeing as the store shuts down in spring, right?
Yeah, I thought they were going to end PS4 support.
Well, so just to get back to that one, so what's exactly closing is that they're shutting down. They're shutting down new purchases, I believe, on the store.
You can't buy the game.
But the patching service will still continue, so they will be able to keep the game updated. So I believe they're going to just keep service running until 8.0, I think. Okay. Yeah. So it won't be like a dramatic cutoff in 7.5, I think. But so once they do that, maybe they'll be able to play more, because you have to think about the systems that it's running on as well, of course. But yeah. It'll be interesting. I think primarily what we're getting is the third clan. I've convinced myself so much that we're getting the third clan now.
That feels like the easiest way to, because if they add a new clan, that's like the equivalent of like 8 new races.
But Melam, if you're smart, you don't do all of them at once. You do 3 new clans.
I don't think we're going to get. I don't think we're going to get all of them at once. And 2, I don't think Hrothgar's ever going to get a 3rd race.
Or maybe not Hrothgar.
Maybe not.
But for sure, we've got to get the Rogadin that look like Gosetsu.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a new
Gosetsu is Hyur, no?
Yeah, but you can't.
No, he's a Rogadin.
Oh, he's a Rogadin.
He's huge. Yeah.
They've specifically said he's when he was introduced, they said he's a Rogadin that is exclusive to the Far East.
I see. Yeah. I remember. Okay. Yeah.
And then we'll probably get the green Aura because of woman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Seeing as that's been shown now, that feels like a surefire one to get, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
I hope they just let you pick scale colors. That'd be so much better.
That would be better, but. I don't I know it's not a popular opinion probably, but I like that in at least this one small thing they're trying to stick to the law they've established.
Yes, I agree with that, but I do also think maybe one of the changes they make to the character creators. Yes. maybe they
Well,
will
like
be
Ray and Aura will have different shades of
Sure.
like creams and whites and stuff.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
but more options to like.
But
make
yeah,
the
I don't
character
want
more
to.
unique.
I don't want to be able to see like Aura with like hot pink scales.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Because
Well, I don't want to police other players' bodies, unlike some other people here. So I think
I don't
have
think
the
is
full
it
spectrum
called
of colors available.
is it policing other people's bodies when you're restricted by like the biology of the
DNA.
world?
Yeah. It's genetics now.
yeah.
I don't think it matters. I think
All right,
you can dye 'em.
Mr. Plastic
Whatever.
Surgeon. All right, you paid by big
Just
plastic.
because you want to see blue women.
Yeah, I want to see blue women. Not this again.
I
please.
can already see blue women. There's Allison.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
I think I think we'll probably get Aura, Rogadin. I actually think there's a chance that they might wait for here because I feel like if they make another Huron
Ooh.
clan, I think it will be like specifically because the difference between the two types of hero is physical. It's not like just like a sort of graphical difference.
Yeah, because at the moment, what's the other here?
Yeah, what is it?
Domans? They're basically the same, so it's not a big deal.
Turali.
Turali, they're the same as well. I think when we go to somewhere a little more fancy, they will add one. Maybe like
Mericidian.
a Mericidian here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Or Garlean. We forgot.
Third Eye.
Well, Garleans that have been unlocked.
Garleans as playable race. Oh my god.
Yeah, maybe from another shard. There are Garleans that are able to, like, there's a race of heroes that look like Garleans, but they're able to use ether.
Oh yeah, right.
Don't,
That's
because
the issue,
no, hang
right.
on, because if they can't just suddenly say there are guardians on other shards when we've got all these guardians only exist on the
Well,
source
we can't be play as Garleans
Well, they
because
might not.
they can't use ether, so
Yeah,
that would
They
ruin
might
the
not.
MSQ.
They might not call them Garleans. They might just look the same as Garleans, Mailer.
That's got to be crazy in the MSQ though. That's like as a new player, like oh, this space looks cool, and then like they don't know that they're walking around as like one of Hitler's soldiers.
Yeah.
Like fucking
like a sworn enemy of the land you're walking
if you
in.
play
Like
as
you
a
would-
Guardian, your like linen pantalettes are actually like just Regulus's armor.
Yeah.
like you could not be walking around in Eorzea like that in like 2.0.
No, absolutely not.
I'm going to stand doing the Guardian salute in Limsa in full
God.
Guardian armor
Me-
for new players.
Maybe they'll force you to have not Hilda, Lucia. You have to have something that covers up your third eye.
Yeah.
And they don't let you take it off until you get to a certain point in the plot.
Yeah.
It's not like Lucia was a big deal at the time. Like, oh my god,
Yeah.
Garlean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was heaven's word. So
That was
Yeah.
That was when good times.
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. I'm not against it. I think it'd be funny. But...
Garleans
I do
are
like the idea of being a Guardian going through the MSQ. I think
That
that's
is funny.
hilarious.
Oh god, I just
That might be the only time I'll ever
retract.
restart a Realm Reborn just to be a Guardian going through it.
yeah. Okay. He mentions that many players are asking for... Sorry, back to the Korean live letter, which is what we're covering. He mentions that many players are asking for a free exploration option for Alliance raids, so the team will look into adding this in a future update.
Please.
Sure.
You
I don't know
already
why it
had
exists already.
exactly. You already had exploration zones when we did the near raid in some respects because we ran through them during the storyline before actually doing them or after doing them. So
True.
insane that they're not added yet. I would love to run around them.
Yeah. Yoshida acknowledges a user's complaint that since Dawn Trail you can only have weak or normal settings for glare, not none. So he will try to add this back in. Oh, I didn't know that. So you can't turn glare off.
I didn't know that either.
Interesting.
Which one's what?
Glare.
Glare.
So
Do you mean like
bloom?
Flare.
Or is glare
or
an
like when
actual
you look
option?
at the sun? You mean like the lens?
Yeah.
flare?
Yeah, lens flares.
Yeah, I would assume like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I see.
Not
Well-
clear the skill for white mage. No.
No. Okay. Well, that's what's worth bringing up from the Korean live letter.
Setting glare to weak, and your white mages get nerfed in the party.
Yeah. If you look at the sun right now in game, you'll see that it has like the lens flare. If you have it
Is that
set
glare?
to normal,
Okay.
but if you turn it to weak, it's like barely even there. I think.
Okay. They just don't want you to turn it off for some reason. But okay. Okay.
I like the lens flare in this.
Yes. Okay, well that's it for the recent events. We're gonna jump
some cool stuff.
Yeah. Yes. We have some MogMail we need to go through here, so we're gonna go do that. Let's open the mailbag and see what's in there. It's time for MogMail. And this one comes from Chrome Dome Masamune from Halicarnassus. Hello, speakers. I've played through Dawn Trail 4 times and I've enjoyed it for the most part, especially the raids. That being said, I'm ready to move on to 8.0. My question is, when will we start seeing info on the next expansion? FanFest 2026? Also, do you think the new jobs will basically be like another Shadowbringers with a tank and ranged physical? What new jobs would the panel like to see implemented? Thank you for your time. Your buddy, Chrome Dome. Bald since early 2000s. We can't put him on the counter because we already have him, but yes.
Yeah, he's already...
Elder Bald.
Yes. Elder Bald. Thank you, Chrome Dome.
That's an established bald.
An established bald. Well, yes. I think we'll start seeing info on the next expansion FanFest. I don't know if they tease it maybe a little bit before. I never remember. We've covered this game for like fucking 12 years now, and I don't remember.
But for the most part, it's like for the first FanFest, it's a relatively big drop. They don't really say a lot.
I guess so. There's no like...
NA FanFest, I think you get a lot of the more... You get the basic theme, and you get a lot of more like mechanical stuff, I feel like.
Quite high level stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and then EU... you get the like little twist.
That's the full trailer. We get the full trailer for that one.
No, you don't get.
No, we don't do that.
No, you get an expanded teaser.
Yes, that's right.
And then
we get like job info and stuff. Yeah, like you said.
I don't know. I feel like JP FanFest. They get the rest of the trailer, of course, but
yeah, they get the full trailer.
I feel like they've already kind of done everything.
Job or like race or something, they get a little bit, but it's always the weakest one, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
kind of a little bit, because at that point we essentially know everything. But yeah, that's when we'll see. I don't know. He might be like teasing a little bit before, like the last live letter before FanFest might be like when they start. Yeah. You know, hyping it a little more. But yeah, FanFest is huge.
Well, he'll be talking about in whatever the live letter is. He'll be talking about 7.5. Or 6.5, whatever we're on.
7.5.
It'll be 7.5. Yeah, because 7.5 doesn't release until after NA FanFest.
That's right.
So there's a chance in some of the screenshots we'll see some hints, but probably not much.
No.
If we follow current patterns.
Yes.
Nothing will ever be the Sam Raimi shit though for Samurai. That's still like I don't think I've ever thought like a hit like that because it's so out there.
Yes.
People figured it out. And
that was crazy.
So quickly.
Yeah.
They did, but the thing is, like, I don't think that was a prevailing theory because no one believed them.
No.
I don't want it to be the most obvious theory. Yeah. I like that it was like
whoever was on that theory when it was finally validated probably felt the same way I did when the lamps like proved to be right. Like, it's that, like, validation. It's like, I was alone, you know, and you won. Sam Raimi. I remember we laughed at it here on this podcast. Like, there's no fucking way.
It's so, like...
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's juvenile in a way. It's like, it sounds a bit like Samurai.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the same way we all thought it was going to be Green Mage, and then it was Pictomancer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Scarlet Witch, though, I think that one made that
one was a bit.
That one was
for
Red
Mage.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, everything. I feel like that Samurai, the Samurai one will always like that's always stood out to me.
Yeah. Same.
It was definitely the funniest one.
Yeah.
Damn Raimi.
Will it be another Shadowbringers with a tank and ranged physical? What are we thinking of jobs?
It's hard to know what they're doing on jobs.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like they've settled in now for how tanks and healers are divided into their... Well, I guess healers are more divided with their regen and shields. Tanks... I guess they aren't as divided. So yeah, you probably could do a tank.
Yeah.
Tanks aren't hugely divided. There are some that kind of self-heal and some that just are more defense-focused.
Yeah.
They used to be more...
They were more
divided back in the day. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, it used to be like the...
I think...
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, I think the two types of tanks is that, like, I think Gunbreaker and Paladin have a more like
defense.
consistent rotation.
Yeah. That's
Warrior and Dark Knight are a little more self-sustaining.
true.
More bursty, it feels
More
like.
bursty.
But
Yeah. It was easier back when we
I-
only had 2 tanks because it was
That was
shield
true.
tank and a heal tank. That was essentially warrior. That was paladin and warrior. It's a little more unclear now.
Magic tank, and we got
Yeah.
DPS tank.
Mm-hmm.
Technically,
You can interpret them in many ways now because they're a little less clear. But yeah. Okay. Yeah. Roland, what else?
I'm a little I'm a little scared that they'll only do one job. Now that we're getting later and later into it, but I hope I'm wrong.
Debbie.
I think they said that they're probably not going to do one job because people like jobs too much.
Yeah. I mean, he did.
I mean, he's also talked about the weird changes to jobs, and instead of like the skill tree thing he was talking about for whatever.
Yeah. Now we did
Like
talk about this quite a lot last week, so let's not get into that too much. But you are right. He did say that, and that does seem to be like an indication that we're getting a lot of
running
jobs.
out of ideas.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of jobs. Maybe we need to like focus on what we have and like maybe sub jobs or whatever that we talked about last week. But yeah.
I think at this point too, we can't really say like, I want this job or this job, because now we're like getting into the weeds of like really obscure Final Fantasy jobs.
Yeah.
The main staples are largely here, or they're like already sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Like
Time
really
Mage Astrologian.
Yeah.
Or, like Oracle.
Yeah.
That's
Mystic
not really happening.
Knight kind of already,
I think at this point we could largely go for weapons and talk about that. Like what like the big weapon is. They've talked about whip and they said it doesn't work because they can't the particle effects, but I think you can do it. I think if you try again, you can figure out how to get a whip to work in this game.
Yeah.
So do it. Try again.
Yes.
I think the other options are hammer, which they've talked about before.
Yeah.
One-handed, two-handed. I think an interesting one would be like nunchucks, like Selfie has.
From 8, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And crossbow.
Crossbow would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Although Machinist, against all odds in its arsenal, has a crossbow alongside its flamethrower.
That is
yes,
true.
but a real crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like a crossbow weapon.
I think a crossbow could work in the sense that like it would allow them to have an actual ranger job rather than just bard.
Right.
I would love a ranger. I want something a little kind of like low magic, like really fancy, like a really classic. Ranger would suit that well.
Yeah.
They might go like the Ion route and do like mech warrior with like we're just in like a massive mech suit all the time.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I mean that's sort of already what Sage is.
That's true. Sage does it in a really clever way though, so it's still fun. I don't want to
true.
be going around in G warrior.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I want like a melee caster for real. Like,
Same.
I think you could do it.
A melee.
I want
it
like
opposite
a
of
highly
Red Mage.
magical tank.
A magical tank.
Really
Dark Knight,
magical.
though.
Yeah, I was thinking of this, Mailer, of an idea of I don't know what it would be, but a tank that like its MP is explicitly like a shield that it adds onto its health.
That would be cool. Some way of having like a tank that's like actually. I know Dark Knight is magical-ish,
So
and
it's
it's probably the
Paladin.
closest. And Paladin's like holy magic, but I want like a sort of elemental magic, like just like a really fantasy magic.
So
tank.
I think Chad is mentioning it. Is it like rune fencer kind of?
Maybe like
deal?
rune fancy, yeah, something like that.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm so like satisfied with what we have now that I can't think of anything I want. I mean, the
it's
one.
like-
Yeah.
Just the rest of the mages, I guess.
Yeah.
Like you could say green mage.
Yeah.
Green mage.
You can say
What other
other
mages
mages
are
are
there?
there?
There are many mages, Ed Boy. I think.
Is there a gray one maybe in like one of the games?
Let's see. Let me find a mage. There
White,
is
black, red, blue, time, green, summon, illusionist, sage are the general ones.
illusionist.
okay.
So there's not many left. There's only green mage really of the colored ones.
Illusionist.
Dude, it's actually called brown mage. You're fucking with me, right?
There's no brown mage.
There's no brown mage.
Okay.
Not on this wiki anyway. Is there no actually wait from 11? Wait, hold on.
I think that's from isn't that the joke quest line where he makes them? Someone was
that's
talking
not
about
real.
it earlier.
Oh, okay.
It's like a
I'd say
joke.
like there's no
no.
way you can
No,
fucking the poop maids, bro. That's not.
No,
happening.
it's not. It's not real.
Well-
Just start stealing shit from Bravely Default. I want Catmancer. Why not?
I mean, I think it would be easier to just. I think coming up with range jobs is easier. Like, there's the possibility
That's
of
true.
Blitz Bowler. There's there's a
Whacker roleplay.
I've said it before. I wouldn't mind a boomerang job, but I think they'd save that till we got to Mirrorsidia.
We don't have many ranged jobs.
We have 3.
Ranged physical.
Yeah.
This will be the 4th one.
Yeah, I think we could do with the 4th one. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I want them to. I don't want them to like do it for the sake of doing it though. Like in this expansion, it was clear that a lot of love went into Pictomancer. The visuals, the skills, the rotation, everything felt fun. It was cool. And then they tacked on Viper, which was one of the most brain-dead, boring jobs anyone's ever come up with.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, okay.
It just didn't feel good in any way.
Which do you think is going to be like the fan job? Like they always do the fan job, and then they do the one that they actually fucking care about.
I don't.
I feel like
know at this point.
I feel like whip
Geomancer,
something is a big thing people ask for.
What
these
would
days,
you call
Yeah.
the whip job?
I just don't.
the whipper?
I don't think. I don't think. Yeah, I think they'll give us some variation of a whip for Beastmaster, and because of that, they won't have to worry about like implementing it into like real content.
I think so too.
That's true.
We've talked about this before, but yeah, that does seem like to be the. And if they can't do the like physics, we said this when we talked about Beastmaster last time. They'll give us like a riding crop, like a the just with no you don't need that many.
That would be so lame.
Yeah, it would be lame.
Exceptionally lame.
But maybe because there's just like a when you move it, so that it'll have that.
And we can get it can be the first job since White Mage that has a unique class job of a horse.
Yeah,
amazing.
That's right. Yeah, that could be
just a horse.
Something wild, and
just
maybe
horse.
like freelancer. I feel like that's the only other like major job.
Onion Knight.
Oh yeah, Onion Knight. Yeah. I mean, we have the hats for them. The
I know, it
helmets.
kind of ruins it. They'll have to make up a new artifact.
Goofy ass look though.
Yeah,
I like the onion.
But I think you could interpret it to look cool.
Yeah,
I think you could.
Yeah, the fact that the Allegan Empire, that was what their soldiers look. I don't buy that. That's not true. That's retcon, right? We don't believe that. I don't believe that.
But it wasn't like late Allegan. That's like early Allegan. Right?
Yeah, I think it's
early Allegan.
It's early Allegan,
okay.
but still, they were
still not.
It's an easy way of deflecting, bullets if you've got like a big dome on your head.
Yeah.
I mean, the gear drops in Labyrinth of the Ancients, which has some of the most ancient-looking Allegan aesthetic.
Or if you get the collector's edition. Oh wait. You can't get that one anymore.
No. Maybe they'll be like, okay, we know people love Bloodborne. We're gonna make a hunter, like a hunter job. Ooh, you got a fancy. Oh, I guess we already got switch weapons, sort of, with the Viper. I don't know, maybe something.
Viper.
Like yeah.
He'll come out wearing a Bloodborne shirt with Yarnum on it or something. You're like, oh, I heard this was a popular game. Oh, you guys think about that?
Yeah, popular game maybe 15 years ago, Yoshi-P. My God.
Yeah. Okay.
Playing the Elden Rings now.
Well,
vampire.
Let's move on from this. We get stuck in this topic. Thank you, Chrome Dome.
Thanks, Chrome Dome.
Keep being bald. Love you.
Stay bald, brother.
I'm gonna move in the notes. I want to do 5 because it's more recent and it's about a relevant thing.
Okay.
Thank you, Chrome Dome. Moving on to the next MogMail.
Oh, the bumper again.
Oops. Just a reminder. This is from Luca Ilfinger from Spriggan. Regardless of whether it's already happened or not, G'raha needs to be recast. There's so much cope going around the possible VA replacement about how Bailey would surely risk life and limb to keep voicing the Catboy, and how he's never ever been too busy to voice him. Selective memory, huh? Ever since about Endwalker patches, if not Endwalker itself, we've been dragging G'raha around like a cardboard cutout. It was already noticeable and talked about near the end of the Endwalker patch cycle, and it gave us so much hope when they gave him that big monologue right at the end there, talking about how... Sorry, the random pauses. End there, talking about how we were finally going to have our adventure together, him and the Warrior of Light. It sounded like he'd finally be back to actually playing an active role, but he basically doesn't speak in Dawn Trail. They gave him a bit of a monologue near the end of the final zone to make up for it, but in most of the expansion he's either conspicuously missing, him staying behind so soon after being so excited for our future adventures was pretty suspicious by itself, or the scenes are visibly shuffled in a way that he can be in the non-voiced ones. In patches, it got even worse, including him standing there a set dressing while people get voiced. I don't remember the exact moment, but there was a point where he straight up just gave a thumbs up when it was his turn to speak. It's also been clear that they've been giving him mostly standalone monologues rather than conversations, like they're trying to fill a quota, and writing around the possibility of him not doing his lines at all. It's felt for so long like we're Edda, dragging his corpse around and stubbornly refusing to acknowledge that our friend is gone. And people need to realize, they won't, lol, that it's better to have the character free to actually do things and interact with us than to keep his voice consistent for 3 lines per expansion he ever says anymore. I do love G'raha Tia, but I want the character back, as involved and active in what's happening as he used to be. I don't care what he sounds like, as long as I get that. Also, I can't help but wonder how bizarre this whole situation must be to people who don't play with English voices. They've been getting a cardboard cutout for a beloved character for years now, for no discernible reason. Okay.
Well, I think chat's already raised the major points. Firstly, a lot of Scions felt like this in the expansion, and they're very unlikely to be writing and voicing the dialogue based on only the English version of the game.
I don't think they care, because otherwise they would have worked. In Japan, when a person dies, they very often will write around a character disappearing. They didn't seem to care when that happened with Yugiri or Matoya.
That's true.
Yeah,
that is true. We have discussed this, though. It is strange what they're doing with G'raha if this has nothing to do with Jonathan Bailey, because G'raha does sometimes feel, I remember the thumbs up scene. We talked about it here on the show. When they were moving, everyone was talking. They moved to G'raha. He just does a thumbs up, and that's it. It's like, why does he not speak? And we were discussing back then that was because Jonathan Bailey probably couldn't record at the time. I don't know if you remember this, but I remember this very clearly, the thumbs up scene. I don't know.
Honestly, with the more characters we add, though, the worst thing you ever see in anime is when someone says, let's go to school or whatever, and then everyone in the scene goes, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they switch. Yeah.
And we do it in this game, and it's so annoying.
It is. I do agree with that. I do agree with that, for sure. I believe
we did. Yeah. We looked at a statistical graph of this at some point a long time ago, closer to the start, to just after Dawn Trail was released. G'raha, if I'm remembering correctly, outside of Kryl, actually has the most voiced dialogue of any character in Dawn Trail.
Who has?
The Scions, I should say. Of the Scions.
G'raha
has the most. But G'raha has the most voiced dialogue. Besides, I'm talking about voice dialogue as well, not just like
yeah, I know, but there's a point that they're making in this is that he often just gets long monologues. Like he doesn't seem like he's like with the crew, which I agree with, but that's just how they write G'raha. I mean, yeah, like Chad has said, this is a JP first game. This is a JP first game. This was written and then sent to the English localization team, and then they and the English dubbing team or whatever, they have to, or the voice actor team, they have to deal with this. I do agree that if it becomes a problem, but I suspect that problem already happened, and that's why he sounded weird, because someone else possibly was voicing G'raha. That's how they solved it, and if that's how they solve it, fine. Sometimes we get Jonathan Bailey, sometimes we get someone else. You know, I don't really. As long as he wants to voice the character, I don't really give a shit.
Voicing the characters that much.
And I also will say that the people that are falling over themselves to tell us that Jonathan Bailey would literally do anything to voice Graha, I don't believe that for 1 second.
No,
I don't believe that either.
No, he doesn't love Graha that much because he said that in that one interview that everyone links to, where he said, "Oh, he speaks so poetically." I know, I've watched it too. I've watched that interview myself. He has bigger roles than voicing a cat boy in Final Fantasy IV. The real world is different, you know. He has to live a life, you know. He has a career, you know. But if this is how they solve it, that when Jonathan Bailey cannot voice, they get someone who sounds almost just like him, there's no problem. There's no problem.
I think what you have an issue with is simply how they utilize Graha here more than it being a voice acting issue. Yeah, and that may very well be cope, and it may be. You know, we
like I don't
really know, but it doesn't feel like it is.
Yeah,
because I don't think that Graha was written this patch. I feel like Graha had just as the amount of spoken dialogue you'd expect him to have this patch. There was the weird scene where he did just give the thumbs up, but they've done that with a lot of characters many times in the past.
Yeah. It's I think I mean, he might be poorly. They don't know what to do with him, but like we said, they don't know what to do with a lot of the Scions right now. Like there's just
where's Thancred?
Yeah.
They
please just shelve the Scions for an expansion.
And then they tried
Rollo for this one, and then they immediately brought them.
They didn't try then.
Well, they tried again before when they dissolved the Scions.
And you found Adventure.
Yeah, like
we got the Scion,
and then you brought them back,
and then they were there, right? The first quest of that patch was, we've dissolved the Scions. We're secretly still the Scions. Don't tell anyone. They can never get rid of these characters.
Put them in the jar for like a little bit. We'll come back to them. Next expansion. So expansion after next.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to get a much more concentrated amount of Scions in the next expansion in terms of the ones they choose to bring into relevance. Like, I'm expecting at least Kryl and Graha to continue being relevant. I think Y'shtola could be, especially if it still involves shard travel.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I think other Scions will pop in and pop out as they're relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like when they pop in as well. One of the best things about some of the older ones, when we spent a lot of time in the Rising Stones, was the B tier Scions, like Hoary Boulder.
Yeah.
All those class where they come in like, I'm giving my report on what the Guardians are up to, and I need to go back into the field. That shit's cool because it feels like it's a big.
It was a real
organization actually doing stuff. It felt good. Now it's like everyone in the whole organization is just following us around, looking at whatever we're looking at. That doesn't feel realistic. I like when they go and do things. I like Alphinaud and Alisaie coming back and saying, "Oh, we're actually making quite good progress in Garlemald. This is what we've been doing. That's good."
Yeah,
I'm okay.
I agree with that. Yeah. And now they have gone back, so hopefully that will they will be like the B team over there, and whatever we're doing will be A team. I hope we get like, they need to have more concentrated groups. Maybe per patch, there's like this story has only these Scions with the Warrior of Light. And
that's what we had this patch.
Well, yes, but then they do that, and then there's still a cardboard cutout because they don't really know what to do with them. Like they need to have purpose as well, not just to like, let's fill the quota. They haven't seen insert Scion name here. Put him in. Put him in. Yeah.
The ideal situation would be to have a
is
side quest series for them, so we go and see what they're up to.
Where's Justinian?
Well, no, because they can never put anything in optional content because they won't expect people to do it. I think this patch, Y'shtola and Kryl were both very relevant. I think as long as we're doing shard things, Y'shtola will always be relevant.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
This patch was good. Focus. I didn't mind this patch. We're just talking about
I would say Graha was... Oh, yeah. I think Graha was the least relevant to this patch, and he still had a decent amount of dialogue and involvement regardless.
Yeah.
With all love to Graha, a lot of the time it feels like he's there just to kind of fawn over us.
I mean, that's his character.
I mean, that is his character.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But he's also, he's actually also very important and useful. So
yes.
Maybe makes something to that.
The fact that is his character makes him very useful from a story perspective. As an all-rounder, he can serve any role in any duty.
That's true.
And if they just keep him as a simp, then they can keep him in the plot.
Yeah.
He has always been like that, but I also think when he was the Crystal Exarch, he really rose to the occasion and
but they're different people, Mela.
That is true. It's like he can become that.
I see chat mentioning that duty support is why we have the Scions always involved, but you can do other characters and have fun with that as well.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We've had other characters before.
Yeah,
we had Zero. We had Varshan.
Yeah.
We've had Wuklamant.
Yeah.
Sveen.
Yeah.
Sveen.
So we do need.
That's not really an excuse.
No, that's not an excuse. So yeah,
I think that's the only reason. That's the main reason I think Graha will continue to be relevant. Just besides the fact that he's a popular character, is just that he is so useful compared to almost any other trust.
Yeah, that's true.
I suppose the weird thing with the Scions is in most of the previous expansions, and Shadowbringers is probably the best example, is we enter the expansion alone, more or less, with them having already done things, and they're all doing things in specific locations. So they're introduced in a nice gradual way, and we learn about what's going on. Whereas in Dawn Trail, we all went over together, more or less.
Yeah.
And never really split up. We went
didn't,
two parties.
We didn't go over together. We went in 3 parties, actually. But the people that went with us were the least relevant. That's the problem.
Well,
Alpha and Alizé serve no real purpose throughout most of the plot. Kryl came with us, and Kryl is the Scion that is the most relevant to the expansion in general. Eorzea and Thancred were never really part of our party, but they were involved for the purpose of one trust thing. And then Graha and Graha and Y'shtola came into the story when they actually were important to the plot.
Yeah. Again, this is
it's hard to know exactly what's going on with the voice acting situation.
No.
But I would be very surprised in this heavily JP forward game.
Oh, we know. I mean, we all know it's always JP first. So I know that we think because they have Jonathan Bailey, the Japanese devs will always look to the West and double check with Jonathan Bailey before they write scenario.
Jonathan's basically producer of this game now. He's
voice actor and producer Jonathan Bailey. JB.
I think
Yoshi-P.
I think the reason you could
Yoshi-P. Yeah, sorry. You're good.
I think the reason that you can be on the hopeful side and think that Jonathan Bailey is still involved is simply because voice acting for this game generally takes less than a day.
That's true.
So it's not a massive commitment. So the thing is, if that's not even that's too much for him, then we'll get a new voice actor.
That was clearly if we're right about like the vibes we got from this expansion, that did happen this time possibly. But I think again, we have no confirmation. We'll have to wait to get the confirmation until the credits in 7.5, I guess. So 5.5 even. But yeah. I don't mind it anyway, because I thought the voice actor,
either way.
If that was a different voice actor, I think they did a very good job.
Yeah, they nailed it more or less.
Yeah.
I think they were a fine voice actor, but I do think that any time voices change will always cause discord in a community. This happened with the Pokemon anime.
Yeah.
Well, and don't forget the switch up from Americans speaking with a British accent.
A Realm Reborn to Heavensward. That was jarring, but in a good way.
Yes.
That was a good change.
It was in a very positive way.
I really like the...
A Realm Reborn...
A Realm Reborn was rushed.
Is probably like the number one like Japanese made game where I think the English voice acting is far above the Japanese voice or any of the other voice. I think it's very good English voice acting.
Right.
But I can understand why in A Realm Reborn would choose not to join in. With that.
A Realm Reborn is cute because the actors have this game was made very fast. So the voice actors barely know anything about what they're talking about. They don't understand the world. They barely know their character probably, and they're just doing this so that they can get this product out. Especially the first base A Realm Reborn. You can almost hear how rushed the voice acting is in the recordings.
They just say, "Can you do an accent there?" Of course I can, chum. Me crikey.
You say that they barely had any concept of their character. I will say this, based on what Bowen Yang has said during the Wicked Press tour, I think Jonathan Bailey still has very little concept as to what.
Yeah. Still. Yeah. That's true. I don't think
He's a what? He's a cat.
But at least
he knows he's a cat boy.
Yeah, he knows that
much.
part.
It's not in that interview when he looked at the picture of Grahide and go, "What the fuck
what
is
the
this?"
fuck? He's got cat ears.
He's a side of how many dogs?
Yeah. But at least now, as a voice actor, you can have time to dive into it.
Exactly.
Back then,
yes.
no one knew what the fuck they were doing. Anyway, I think Luca
Loved it.
I think what you're experiencing is just bad writing of the character in certain patches, and I agree with that. Sometimes
He's
it has
probably underutilized, isn't he?
Yeah. I think maybe his potential has been wasted a little, which is true for a lot of the Scions. In a lot of scenes. So
Thancred is one of, I always really liked Thancred with his. I loved him, in his womanizing days, and then he grew as a character.
Yeah.
And became like a father figure. I think he had a really good development arc.
Yeah.
And then he quite frankly should have died.
This is the age-old discussion.
It's not Shadowbringers no more,
died?
Bro.
I know, but don't you agree? He feels like he's like a washed-up alcoholic now.
He should have. No, I think that was like a symbolic end of that part of his arc. I feel like what should have happened is that he should have gotten a new strong arc to follow, and they just didn't really
There's no way
quite know where to put him. So he's just out with his bro now, with Urianger. He's just on a bro trip.
I don't think they... Well, no, his next arc is realizing his evolving sexuality.
Oh, I see.
Well, I've seen the way Urianger dresses. So.
Yeah. Urianger's trying to get his attention.
Yeah, well, that was part of it.
Tell Reen about this
That's
one.
what made him start questioning. What do you mean he has to tell Reen about this? It's not you are not beholden. Your development as
you have a new father. There's a new father.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
living his best
I already
life
knew.
Yeah.
That's good for you guys.
Oh God. Okay. Well, thank you, Luca Ilfinger.
Ilfinger.
Unilled. Praying for you, brother.
Can we do another question, and we'll maybe leave the main thing we were.
I think we'll skip
next week.
We'll do the main story next week. We'll do. I think we can do. Oh, sorry, it's labeled as 7, but I'm assuming that's number 6. These are recent ones, so they're interesting.
Okay.
In that they.
It's rude.
No. In that,
I think you should say these are recent ones, so they're more relevant.
I can't do 2 things at once. They're more relevant is actually the word I was looking for. 6. All right, let's jump into the last one for the evening. This is from Vivian Risto from Leviathan. Or Risto. Hello, dear friends. My question today is regarding a hypothetical return to Eorzea expansion and how each one of you would feel about it. A Realm Reborn's maps are really old, and were created under both time and PS3 constraints that limited what could be done with some of them. For this expansion, there's a few areas that we've never seen after the Calamity. We could visit the West Shroud, explore that giant structure with a waterfall, and maybe find survivors that have been isolated ever since the Calamity. Then the next area is actually underneath the West Shroud, and it's the area where Gilmora can be found. Think the eternal cities in Elden Ring, deep underground and in perpetual night. We could also visit the Curthon Eastern Lowlands, which maybe have begun to recover, so we can get a more lush Curthus area, or the southern section of Mordona. It would also be a fantastic opportunity to finally make the starting cities single maps, and it would offer a fantastic opportunity to spend more time with our old job mentors and go on adventures with them. Finally, we could have an Eorzean train that just takes you all over the place, 10 minutes at a time, and you can sit down and just look at the pretty vistas outside. Excuse me, have you been in my head and just found everything I want? How would we feel about this as an expansion? I mean, this...
Thank you for saying train instead of airship.
Yes.
Train lovers.
Yes.
Thank you.
Content-wise,
yeah.
This sounds great.
Yeah.
The issue I have is, what's the story?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, there would have to be a reason to do this, but...
Maybe...
The sound under Silvertear Lake.
Oh,
yeah, maybe
time.
the withering, great withering.
Yeah.
The Wuthering Heights is to do with the elementals. Finally, we can understand their
Finally,
purpose.
we can kill them.
Yes, they're the main villain. And the only way we can do that is by collecting all of the 6 elemental crystals somewhere in
Again?
Realm Reborn. Yeah. What do you mean again? Yeah. That's so Final Fantasy, dude.
We've
I
done
think
it twice.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Yeah, I mean, elementals would be nice because maybe there's something about the elementals in West Shroud that could be a way into West Shroud. There's something there that's linked to something. I mean, this is a great idea. Going back, I mean, but I will say the starting cities single maps. I've given up on that dream because I just don't think they're gonna be able to do it. I just don't think it's possible.
I think they can do it, but it would require them to, instead of a new expansion, it would have to be the entire dedication of the expansion. Like, instead of getting 3 new city-states, or 2 new city-states as we get these days, they will rework the 3 city-states, and that's all we'll get.
Well, then they have to be reworked, like, as in, like, not just unifying them, but they have to really shine.
There's a lot of work that would have to... There's a lot of work that would be involved in this. But this would be, instead of like what we've experienced as expansions up till now, this would be a new kind of expansion. Like, they'll do other things, like they'll fuse Outer and Upper Lenosha into one zone, like it was always supposed to be.
Yeah.
Or they'll complete the Modona Donut. They'll update old zones, and obviously that will require a lot of work because they'll need to rework all the quests that exist in them.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
That's a huge amount of work.
Yeah, that is a lot of work.
But it would
maybe we come back to the 8th Astral Calamity timeline, huh?
Oh,
right?
Okay.
We go there because Midgard's Summer's doing something. I guess he's fixing it, and he beams us a thought like, "Oh, my little chump, come to the future past now." Like he's Professor Xavier, I guess.
Okay.
And we have to use the combined strength of Alexander and the Crystal Tower to get there. Like, that's how they got there in the future.
Well, that would keep Graha relevant.
Right.
Exactly. Graha's definitely in it.
Yeah.
And you get like a new, like, so you start in Mordona, right? Which is like all built up now because it's like that's where they've been chilling, and that's where I guess the last one of the last major centers. It makes it sound like, I think. Because I think everyone else is dead, right?
Well, yes, pretty much everything was blown up by Black Rose.
The way it sounds in that era is that there's like just the crystal, like a platform on the Crystal Tower with all the survivors, and then the entire rest of the world is covered in like gas.
Yeah.
I don't want to go there.
Well, you come in here and then you don't know anything about what's outside of that. So maybe that's you get the little exploration bit, like, oh, you got to clear the gas. Was it the black rose?
Yeah.
Black rose, yeah.
You can walk into it, but you will get the most disgusting debuff of your life.
You get like bad breath, like debuffs. You get all of them, yeah.
And so and then you can slowly reveal how everything was like maybe developed a bit and then like maybe build it up again. I don't know.
I mean, that is an interesting idea and like alternate, universe Eorzea.
I don't mind it, but that, to me, that's just like visiting another shard.
Yeah,
I want it to be our world.
I kind of agree with that because we kind of had that with Shadowbringers. I mean, that is alternate universe, kind of.
Shadowbringers was a Realm Reborn if Yoshi-P could have done it.
Right, kind of. Yeah. So, it would be. I just want a Realm there. That's the sender says the world, A Realm Reborn is held back because it was made for the PS3, was rushed 2 years of development using mostly assets from 1.0. Being able to go back and refresh all of it and present it as a new experience, like this is an expansion worthy, that would be, I would love that. But that's like more like a thing for like old players. I think that would be like a reward for us more than it would be for a new player.
Players would probably be a bit pissed off if the major part of the expansion was just updated old zones.
Yeah, I think that's the issue.
But it won't just be updated old zones, because it will also feature new things that they haven't had to, like, they'll be able to access the southern part of Mordona, and it will feel new, but it will also feel like a continuation of what they've experienced before.
That's true.
I mean, there will be, like, people have talked about, like you say in chat, like a Cataclysm expansion for a Realm Reborn.
But make the old area accessible. That's the thing. Unless you're literally like just expanding what's already there, I those old maps are still good.
They are good. I agree.
They fit really
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, that's true. I
I
agree.
still think the Realm Reborn maps
thing...
are probably the highest quality we had until maybe like Shadow Endwalker. Maybe.
I think Stormblood. That's because
Stormblood. No, Stormblood still had a bit of the heavens with just open, empty zone.
I guess so, because I was just thinking they dropped the PS3 at that point. But yeah, I guess they really got into it. With
it had some cool
Shadowbringers.
Textures and stuff and like effects, but no.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as we like the Azim step, there's not much detail to it.
No, that's true.
Really, Dawn Trail with the graphics update
more.
was the
yeah.
Dawn Trail added the most in terms of like richness to the zones.
Yeah.
Oh, Yoshi-P, listen, this is free, okay? You call it next expansion. You do call it Final Fantasy 2. That is a good idea. You call it that, right? And you mark it as like, oh, Final Fantasy
2.
Final Fantasy
14 2.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. And then you call it like, oh, this is like we have a Realm Reborn. This is 14 Reborn, right? A new starting point. We're revamping the old shit, guys.
Shit.
Come listen, this is a new opportunity to jump in there.
Yes.
They could kill two games with one stone and call it Final Fantasy 17. That's the MMO.
Big.
It's just this again.
That's 5 head. That's very big brain. Yeah. I think I don't think anyone here would be against this idea. It's just
would love it.
I don't think.
It's just how do you fit it into the story, like Yogi says.
This would have been a nice way to like when we're done, when the game is nearing its end, that this is the last expansion. That would be nice to like finish it all. To like now the whole game is complete. That would be nice.
Just
in many ways,
like
this should have been Dawn Trail. Should have been this, really, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just imagine that you're like level 113 and you're leveling, and then you're in the northern part of Mordona and you're just flying over to the other part. Well, there's like little level 40-somethings doing MSQ at the same time you are.
Yeah.
But you're in the same place, but you're doing completely different scales of MSQ.
I would like
But
that.
that is cool. That's like
I would like a zone with multiple.
That is old-timey MMO.
Yeah.
Where it's like
having
you
a zone with
don't
like
cross into that area.
I mean, that's what A Realm Reborn feels like because of the fact that there are sections where you can go from like level 10 mobs to level 40 mobs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I miss that in this game.
Okay. I mean, we do have that in A Realm Reborn stones, but they don't jump that high. But there are.
But everything after though.
Yeah, after that.
The only time you see a scary mob is when you see an A rank spawn on day 1 of the expansion.
Yeah. Imagine going to the East Shroud and finally encountering those level 90 marbles that you used to encounter.
Yeah. God, that was crazy. Or they just have question marks.
Chuck in like level 150 monsters just randomly into the world.
Yeah, yeah, that would. I mean, just to keep you on your toes.
For people who want to take it, but it's just I'd love to see more danger in the overworld.
I mean, I remember having that moment in A Realm Reborn in like Central Shroud. You know, when you go up the log and everything is suddenly the Stropers. That's a terrifying moment, and they are quite a lot higher than what you are when you first enter.
The density of mobs there is huge as well. That area of the Shroud is super dangerous until you break the level.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine instead of making it just non-accessible to them in Mordona, like there are just like level 100 mobs guarding the entrance that will just like one-shot anyone that tries to enter before they're well prepared for it.
Yeah.
I'd love that. That would be so cool.
Okay, well,
make it happen, Yoshi-P.
Make it happen. We are all for an expansion like that. But thank you, Vivian Risto from Leviathan. And now, this is a tease for what we might be covering next week, unless something extraordinary happens. But next week, we'll talk about this interview with Tom Morello and the dude from Beartooth, Caleb Shomo and Soken, about the soundtrack for Arcadion, or the last one, the last song. You know what I mean. The show's over. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Remember to follow on all our socials, SpeakersXIV, twitch.tv/SpeakersXIV, youtube.com/SpeakersXIV, exclamation Discord and chat if you want to join our Discord server, and if you're watching on demand, links in the description. If you're watching live, post show is coming up, so make sure you catch that. We'll see you there. Bye.